Hello and welcome to the Strong, Healthy, Happy podcast. My name is Debra. I am your host. Welcome if this is your first time listening to my podcast, and welcome back to any of my regular listeners. Remember to hit that subscribe or follow button and share me with your friends because I want to reach and help as many women as possible. Now, I'm here today to talk to you about the live journaling session that I am hosting on Thursday, the 14th of November at 6:30 p.m. UK time. And I'm here on this podcast just to tell you what journaling is and how journaling can help you achieve your goals and bring you greater success in all areas of your life. I'm going to explain what is journaling, how it works, what you need to do, and what you're going to gain from the session. Now, what is journaling? You may have already heard about it. Perhaps you know someone that does journal. And maybe you've already written it off as definitely something that you're never going to do. You've obviously spiked a bit of interest. That's why you're here. And I want to share with you my own experience getting into journaling because I knew about it for some time. And I just thought it was a load of cobswallops. And there was no way that I was going to be journaling. And I thought it was a bit hippy dippy, airy fairy, new age, get in touch with your feelings, and it just wasn't for me. But eventually I gave it a go, and I can honestly say that it has been life-changing in many ways. And I also know that as part of my coaching, for certain clients, when I feel that they're ready, I will introduce journaling to them. And the clients that are journaling have found it life-changing. And it literally is. And it's really hard for me to tell you how it's going to change your life because everyone's an individual and everyone's, responds differently. But what journaling can help you do is it is a great way to learn about your behaviors, why you do what you do, how you react in certain situations, and how these reactions affect your goals, and also how you feel about yourself after. And journaling is a really useful and helpful way to gain clarity and perspective and to reflect on those situations, be able to reframe them and learn and understand about why those situations happened and why you reacted the way you did and what you would do differently next time if the way that you reacted doesn't really align with the goal that you have. Now, we're all humans, and as humans, we don't always get everything right. That's we accept that. But to the best of our ability, we do have some control and sort of steps that we can take to understand our behaviors. And when it comes to weight loss and improved health, it's not just about, eating less and moving more. We all know that. And that might be the simple scientific process. But as human beings, we have emotions, we have lives, we have families, we have commitments, we have jobs, we have pressures, and they affect the way that we show up for ourselves, and they affect our behaviors. But when we understand our behaviors a little bit more, we are able to make certain adjustments and gain the perspective to be able to make the changes and set ourselves almost like a step-by-step, what would we do differently next time? So when it comes to your health and weight loss goals, journaling can really, really help, as well as impact all other areas of your life. You can journal about absolutely anything. Journaling helps support emotional regulation. So if you find that that you emotionally eat to cope in certain situations, and I know with many of my clients and women that I speak to, and also myself, that sometimes we seek comfort in food, and that's okay. So food is a comfort, but obviously we don't want food to be our only comfort. And so journaling helps give us the recognition and ability to understand our emotional needs and identify our emotional needs outside of food. Journaling can also help you develop stronger connections with others. It helps you develop more self-gratitude for things in your life. I'm a very, very positive coach, my approach to coaching is always to look on the positive side. It's not about negative self-talk. It's not about always pointing out the things that didn't go well. Celebrating what you did do well, feeling grateful for what you are doing and what you have in your life will help you achieve your goals, and journaling helps you do that. Journaling will help you with your own self-compassion, and it increases your awareness of how amazing your body is and what it can, how it serves you and what it's able to do, and give you a greater appreciation, which supports body image. And as women, many of us are prone to bouts of poor body image. Again, it happens to us all. And understanding more about, and our body image and how to support good body image and how to appreciate how incredible our bodies are, journaling can really, really help you with that. Now, how is journaling in the live session going to help you bring you greater success into the new year? So the first thing we're going to do in the journaling session is reflect on the past year. And I'm going to be asking you certain questions, and I will have a presentation, and you can see those journal questions, or prompts as they're called, on your screen. Nobody will have cameras on, and no one will see what you're writing. And I'm not going to be asking you what you're writing about or what your reflections were. It's personal to you and only you, and you don't have to share it unless you choose to. But I'm going to be asking you to reflect on the past year. You're going to be looking at what you've done well, and really highlight all those things that you can think of. It can be in your personal life, your professional life, in terms of your health and what you've done, and anything that's important to you. Could be based on, to do with your children, can be anything you want that you want to celebrate and reflect on. We're also going to be setting intentions for the remainder of the year. So, like, the year isn't over. I know Christmas is fast approaching, but we don't have to sack off the rest of the year just because, it's Christmas and I can't do anything to support my health at this time of the year. I'm going out loads. I've got tons of socials. So I'm just going to sack it off and just write it off and worry about it next year, because that might sound good in practice, but actually you're going to get to January and you're going to feel pretty shit if that's the approach and the end you've had to this year. So I'm going to help you set some realistic intentions. It doesn't mean that they have to be about weight loss. It might just be about feeling good and feeling pretty, good internally as well as externally, how you feel and how you project yourself. And it's all about being realistic. It's not about setting high expectations that you're not going to achieve and then you feel disappointed and then it has a negative impact on you. So we're going to be working through that. We are also going to be thinking about some goals for the new year. And when I say we, like, you're going to be doing it yourself. No one's going to be talking except me. And these are to ask the questions, maybe expand, and we will have the chat function in the Zoom working. So if anybody wants to ask questions as we read the prompts, you can absolutely do that. And you're going to set some realistic goals for the new year, or what, and the prompts will get you thinking. That's the whole idea. Now, what's really great about attending the live journaling session is we all lead busy lives. And sometimes we think, I'm going to journal. But it will probably be the bottom thing on your list, the last thing on your list. And bearing in mind your list is probably really, really long. This is just another thing on your list. You'll never find the time. But you allocate 30 minutes for the live journaling session. You'll be present for that 30 minutes and then it's done. And I tell you what, you'll feel like a weight has come off your shoulders at the end of that 30 minutes. Can you revisit the journaling prompts after the live? Yes, you can, because I'm going to send everything to you. And I'm also going to send the recording of the Zoom call as well. So you can then expand on some of your questions, especially if you didn't answer as in depth as perhaps you wanted to, but we're, doing it in 30 minutes and you can always revisit it. So I will send everything to you so that you can do that. I'm also going to be sending you, once you register, and the link to register is in the show notes, and you can also reach out in any of my social media, and message me, and I will send you the link. You can also email me. My email is in the show notes as well. And I will send you the registration form. And as part of that registration form, not only will it register you, it will prompt me to then send you the Zoom link and, importantly, the pre-task. And again, the pre-task is just for you. It's not for me. The pre-task will get you thinking about your values and what's important to you. And if we think about our values, you know, like your family might be a value, your health might be a value. It's just about identifying your top 3 to 5 values. And the reason I get you to do that prior to the journaling session is because your values are what's important to you right now. And if your health doesn't appear on that values list, it's going to be very hard to have health related goals when you've got other more important things to be focusing on. So it's really important to get an idea of really what's important to you, because your values steer your decisions. They're like a compass that steer a ship. And without that direction, you can't make the choices and do the actions that are required in order for you to achieve that goal. So the values is going to be really helpful, and values change all the time. They've changed throughout our lives. Sometimes the order and the priorities of each value can change or change completely. And so this is why it's a really, really great task to do. I think that's all I wanted to say really about the journaling session. I didn't want to make this too long a podcast. I will do a separate journaling podcast just talking about journaling in general, about why it's very helpful and how you journal. But all you need to do for the journaling session is come with a pad and pen and yourself. And like I said, no cameras are on, and I will be there reading you out the prompts and setting a nice environment, get a bit of nice music playing. And I'm going to really help you reflect, set your intentions, set your goals, and feel amazing. Look forward to you joining. And any questions at all, please do get in touch.